Okay, so we're back again. So this for activity, for the first activity of the developmental activities, again, the students will have their conversation using a guided question. So ito yung mga question: where does your family live? What section do you belong? Where does your father work? What are your favorite foods? And then you will let the learners to find time for them to create their answers on that question, so that set of questions. And then they will going to change they will have it in a conversational way, no? So depende if you will ask them to pick 5 questions for the first learner, then another 5 questions for the second learner, so that they will have it in a simple conversation only. Next, for the analysis, you're going to ask the learners to answer the following questions, because analysis will tend to provide a feedback on how was the activity given. No, for example, number 1, how was the activity given? Number 2, what did you feel while doing the activity? Still, this type of activity in analysis will cater a sentence creation, or a creation of sentence. You ask the students to create a sentence, and then they will give their answer orally, no? How did you get your answers, no? Like that kind of question. And then number 4, think of more example sentences that were commonly used in real life situation. So through this analysis type of question, you will now targeting that, what do you call that one, that on the domain, no, on your objectives, affective domain. Now, what do you think is the significance of learning the present and past tenses of verbs in our daily communications? Next, for the abstraction, you will let the pupils answer the following questions. Number 1, after every answer to each question, let the pupils to provide 1 to 3 examples. No? For example, number 1, what will happen to the verb if it is used in the present tense? Then, after that one, the student will answer, and then you will also provide an answer. It will either be in the S form or base form. And then after that one, you will ask the learner to create a sentence. So what will be the possible sentence example sentence based from this pattern, no? The S form, or based from this rule. Then the student will provide his or her own answer. Number 2, what will happen to the verb if it is used in the past tense? So the the student will answer. So you will add D or ED to the base form, and then you will ask the student, so can you give an example of this type of sentence pattern, or this types of sentence form, verb form? Then the student will provide his or her answer. Number 3, what clue can lead you to identify the tense of the verb used in the sentence? So what are those clues? Based from the presentation of the topic, nandun siya sa makikita sa lesson plan. So the time expressions in the sentences help identifying the tense of the verb. What are those time expressions? You will have last time, last day, last week, last night. So those are time expressions that will help the students to be notified about what type of tense of verb to be used in a sentence. Next, for the application. So the learners will do this activity and their application. The simple tense of verbs are present, past, and future. To identify the tenses of verb, you can check on the time expressions. So it is time for you to make your own sentences following the rules on the tenses of verbs. You have to decide that verb form agrees with your subject. No, take note that is a simple rule of a structure of a sentence. Use time expressions to specify the tenses of verbs. Then, match the given subjects, verb forms, and time expressions to create your sentences. And remember, you can only use the given words once. So supposedly, the students or the learners can create 5 sentences out from the word pool below. No? So these words were already categorized in subjects, verb forms, and time expressions. So for example, my teacher teaches every day, no? So that is a simple sentence. But then again, they already use those tenses of verbs, no? And then you'll just check if those tenses of verbs agreed with the subject and of course with the time expressions. So basically, you are doing already the structural approach, no? Structural approach of letting your learners to create a sentence. Okay, for the evaluation part, ayan. So I have 2 types of evaluation right here. Letter evaluation A and evaluation B. For the evaluation A, I just included this one in order for me to achieve the first objective, which is identify tenses of verbs. And then for the second activity, this already achieves the goal of letting your learners to create a sentence out from the structure or sentence structures that you require them to acquire, no? So for let's just focus on the activity B. So you'll ask the learners if the verb will be used. If the sentence is in the past form, then you'll ask the learners to create another sentence. To rewrite pala, to rewrite a sentence into a present type or present form. No, for example, you can see the example here. The past, for example, the past the past form of the sentence was already given. I cleaned my bedroom yesterday. So, ano yung i-change ng learners? The learners will just change the verb tense and also the time expression. So, the verb tense there is clean. No, the verb form, the past, the past, simple past verb. So cleaned, and then the time expression is yesterday. So yun lang i-change ng bata. So an example answer for the present one is, I clean my bedroom every day. So si clean, nagiging clean, and then si yesterday, nagiging everyday, para mag-agree sila to create a present form, no? A present form of tense, no? Sentence in a present form. So yun siya. So for the number 1, ito siya, my mother cooked chicken adobo yesterday. So paano nila yan i-change? Number 2, ito sa number 2, the present is given but the past is not given. So therefore, the learner will just change the present sentence into a past tense sentence, no? So yun siya. And for the assignment, here it is. So you'll ask your student to write a sentence using the simple verb tenses listed below. Example is rains. No, I have given the word rains. So how to create a sentence out from that word? So depende sa kanila on how to create such sentence, no? Like, it usually rains every day here. No, so yun siya. And then those following words, sila na yung gagawa ng sentences based from what they have learned. So yun yung assignment niya. And then I have also provided an example rubric that encompasses structural approach, no? For example, I have here a criteria with a complete sentence, no? Yun siya, complete sentence dapat yung output ng learners. And then the correct verb, present or past tenses. So for the 5 points, the perfect points for this area, the sentence was complete and made sense. For the correct verb, perfect points. The verb was the best choice to show the meaning And for the present past tense, the writer used the simple present past formula and wrote the verb correctly. So for me, this kind of rubric is the best example for a structural approach. And thank you for viewing, everyone. I guess I'm already done with my task. God bless us all and keep safe. And here are my references. Thank you and God bless.